scoot back. I don't need to be that close.
All right, come on.
Hey guys, I'm Alexis, aka Lex. I am at Lexis Faye on IG, and I am the Faye File on YouTube.
Oh, my Instagram is underscore RYNZO, and then my YouTube is TrueGuy24.
And your name?
My name is Lorenzo. They don't need to know that shit, man. Come on.
Okay, anyway, so on my channel, we uploaded the video talking about Black women femininity and how Black women and Black men view Black women femininity. And today we're going to be talking on Renzo's channel about 50-50 relationships, people's views on it, and particularly why we have a 50-50 relationship and the benefits of a 50-50 relationship compared to a lot of, it's kind of a response to a lot of women being like, a lot of women and men being like men should be the sole providers in a relationship, and why I feel like that's not necessarily true, and why he feels like it's not necessarily true as well. So we're just gonna be diving into that. Let's get it. Let's go.
What's the first? I don't know. You started off.
Okay, so we could. How do we want to start this one off? We could just talk about. Let's start it off talking about Black women. A lot of Black women mindsets, and a lot of women have this mindset. It's not just Black women. I'm just saying Black women because I'm a Black woman. We're a Black couple. So, you know, it's kind of, it just makes sense, you know? Okay. Anyways, a lot of Black women, we've actually come across a lot of YouTube videos where a lot of Black women in the comments feel like men should be the sole provider in a relationship, and that women is the prize, and women kind of should be taken care of. And yeah, so how do you feel about that?
I feel like ain't nothing wrong with it if she offering something too. And 50-50 can be whatever you want it to be. Like whatever y'all two agree on. The thing is that I don't like about it is women want to use the Bible to back up that men's just supposed to be the provider and not supposed to do anything. And the Bible was written in, I don't know when, like the whatever hundreds, like it wasn't even no 2000 nothing. So that shouldn't even apply to us, for one. And number two is they don't follow anything else in the Bible. But back on the subject, I don't think it's right that, especially in today's society where you have to have a household with two incomes, and we expected to, it takes two incomes to take care of a household, especially if you got kids and all that. That's a whole different story. But even with just two people, it's crazy because the average woman is working just like the average guy is working. Well, not now because of virus, but average woman, average man working. The average man is still got the standards from the 50s of he has to be the sole provider, and the women's working even though they weren't working back in the 50s, and he's still supposed to take care of her and the whole household. And then it's like I just don't agree with that because she got an income too, so she need to contribute some money or something else if it ain't money. But a lot of women feel like they shouldn't contribute anything, but just look beautiful, and that should be it. That's how I feel most women think, or that's what I see a lot anyway.
And so, okay, as a woman, as a Black woman, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of flack from this from my sisters, and for saying this, but you know, we 100 over here.
Yo ass, man.
But let me just be straight to the point. The reason why I'm covering my stomach, okay, anyways, that's not important.
Fucking loud.
I feel like literally it's just right. Like, let's be real. We live in 2020. The economic situation isn't the same of our grandparents, great grandparents, even our parents. Like Renzo said, it does take two incomes to sustain a household now. Like, you can't sustain a household off of the common man's average income. Like, especially if you got kids on top of that. And depending on how expensive your lifestyle is, I mean, 2 and 2 don't add up. Plus, I feel like another adult shouldn't be carrying the weight of another whole adult. Like, if you're able-bodied and there's nothing that's mentally or physically holding you back to contribute to your household, and when I say contribute, I'm not just talking about cooking and cleaning, ladies. I'm not talking about cooking and cleaning. I mean securing your bag, but your bag is y'all bag. It's not just your bag, his bag. No, it's y'all bag. You need to contribute to your household. I feel like, personally, for me, that just wouldn't feel right if my man was taking care of me, if my man was, I'm just not built like that. I'm not built to depend on anybody but myself. But obviously, I'm in a partnership, so we have to meet each other halfway. So in that case, I'm going to put the best foot forward to make sure and ensure that our relationship is strong, our relationship is solid, and that we have a cohesive relationship and a partnership. And I just feel like in general, you shouldn't, as a woman, be dependent on a man to pay, like, to keep you well off. Like, you shouldn't, because now here's a scenario. What if your man gets sick, you ain't got a job, and you depending on him to have to take care of the house? So what happens when he can't work no more? What happens if he died? God forbid. I'm not saying he will die, but what happens if those situations arise? Then you're gonna be sitting there look like boo boo the fool, like it just doesn't make no sense for you to put your whole entire well-being into one person when you are an able-bodied person yourself. You feel me?
Yeah, that makes sense, but it's just a lot of, like I said, a lot of females don't even. They are. That's what I'm gonna say. A lot of females say that stupid ass quote that, oh, if I gotta pay half, then I got a roommate and I can do bad by myself. Well, then if the nigga gotta pay for you, and I say this I say this shit all the time, but nigga gotta pay all this money for you, then that mean what, you a child? Then in my opinion, that mean I can talk to you ever I want to talk to you. You gotta do what I say, because if you a roommate for paying 50-50, then I mean you a goddamn child if I'm paying for all of your shit. And I got enough money to where I could do some shit like that anyway. So it ain't like I'm just a broke nigga saying, oh, I just doing 50-50 because I need help. It's just, for me, I'm in a relationship, I want somebody that's going to contribute too. Not that I need this shit, I just want somebody to fucking contribute, because, like, I could literally do this shit on my own. So what the hell would you be in the picture for if you can't contribute anything? And I ain't talking about just money wise, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like your well being. Like, you guys have to build each other up. So if he's financially more well off than you, then he should be helping you get put on. And when I say helping you, not pushing you, not forcing you, but helping you get put on, and supporting you in ways that you can get put on yourself financially or mentally or spiritually or health wise or whatever like that. It's more to a relationship than just money. But we all know money is what makes the world go on. Money is what pays bills. Money keeps us, able to keep a roof over our head and food on our table. So money, just off of just strictly money wise, you should be able to pour into your household just as much as your man does, and you should not be completely reliant on your man to just completely take care of your household. Now, I get a lot of I hear a lot of sisters being like, well, I'm cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, and he's getting sex from me. Sis, you're also getting sex from him. If I'm not mistaken, sex is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. But also, the fact is, y'all should be raising our kids together. If you find yourself in a situation where your man can't take care of your kids, like if you just solely 24/7 taking care of your kids, he has nothing to do at all with the well-being and the raising and the rearing of your children, you put yourself in that situation. Second of all, cooking and cleaning is something that you would have had to do if you was living by yourself anyway. I don't understand why women talk about I'm cooking and cleaning, so he has to take care of the household. No, sis. If you had never had him in the picture, you would have to cook and clean anyway, unless you're just trying to be a nasty person. Unless you're just trying to have a nasty ass household. So I feel like, and even if you had an issue with that, say he was like, if I'm working, cooking, and cleaning, and taking care of the kids, what is he supposed to do? The same exact thing. So I'm not saying, if he a bad cook, he a bad cook. But maybe he could treat you out. Y'all can go out and it's his tab one time, your tab the next time. Maybe, if you cook, clean the dishes and stuff, he makes sure all the trash in the house is gone. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, meeting each other halfway. It's not fully just like, the woman should just be sitting here doing everything and the man should only be working. Because at the end of the day, it's both of you guys' households that y'all both have to maintain. And if one person is pulling a majority of the weight financially, that's going to eventually cause a lot of complications in you guys' relationship. Like, honestly, like, just be real. Like he said, if you're taking care of a whole nother adult, then where does your say-so come in? Because when you want to be like, I still got say-so, but he's the one paying all the bills, paying the rent, keeping the roof over your head, you ain't contributing no way, then if he want to talk to you any kind of way, I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but you can see why he would just start disrespecting you, because in his mind, you have nothing worth respecting. Okay, she gives me pussy. I can go buy that. I can go get that from another girl if I wanted to. She cooks and cleans. I can go buy my own food. Like if I really had to clean my house, I could do it myself too. So you guys are taking these minimal things. I feel like a lot of women take these minimal things and blowing it up out of proportion. Like, oh, I cook and clean. Like that's something we all got to do. That's something we all gotta do. Literally, if you taking care of your household, it's your space too. You would want to be in a clean household. You know, like you gotta eat. So why not make sure your man eat? Now I'm not saying if you doing all of that and working and contributing, and he still ain't trying to meet you halfway, then that's a whole nother situation. You need to let that man go.
Yeah, it should be either two ways, in my opinion. It's either, but I just want to say too, it should be either two ways. Either you're gonna stay at the house, or this is just from my opinion too. If you want me to be the sole, I'm only the one providing, doing everything, then I'm gonna need your ass at the house when I say so. I'm gonna need the food cooked and clean how I want it, wherever the fuck I need, because I'm the one doing the shit. I'm making all the rules. Now, if you want to have some say so, like we was talking about, and this is for like for my opinions in relationships, then you need to be doing your part. So then it's like it's a partnership. So yeah. You got the same amount of say so I got, because we both contribute the same amount, whether it's money wise, food wise, or cooking, cleaning it, whether it's financially, whatever. But usually in relationships, it go just like I say with other stuff. When it comes to women, is usually, I'm still gonna work, but then I want to be at the house and do this and not pay. And in my opinion, that would never fly for me, because it's like you can't get the best of both worlds. You can't be I work and I got my own income, I'm independent, and then go, oh no, but I want to be a housewife and submissive. Like, no, you can't have no job if I'm the one providing. What you need a job for if I'm gonna be the one doing all the work and you want to be at the house? That's just my opinion on it. So if your ass got a job, you should be contributing something. Also, other stuff that women can contribute besides money and shit like that, they should be contributing stuff like knowledge. Like if you learn something new or know ways or different business ideas or something that we can make more money, y'all could be contributing stuff like that. Mm-hmm. See, everybody always think 50-50 is just about money, but it could be stuff like that. She, like I said, figured out how the ways to monetize something she wanted to do, and she telling you, hey, we could do this, we can get these partnerships now, or just stuff like that. That's one of the main things that women should be contributing also, is knowledge.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like Rizzo said, there's other ways other than financially that you can contribute. I feel like if you guys are trying to work towards building something together, guys should be lifting each other up, not only financially, but mentally as well, spiritually as well, health-wise as well. He's definitely the more healthier one in our relationship. But it inspires me to start eating better, making better decisions, working out, or incorporating and doing what I could do, to make sure I'm my best version for myself, so that way I can show up in my relationship fully present and fully capable of taking on a relationship. Because that's another thing that is with these relationships that I hear. A lot of these women are not where they might be financially well off to be in a relationship. They're not mentally prepared for that. They're not their best version of themselves in other ways, but expect the man to be 100% their best version of themselves. And I think it goes both ways. Like, you guys literally have to meet each other in the middle. Like, there's no way of getting around it. Like, there's no, you supporting your man. No, my man, he does what he has to do, just like I do what I have to do. We're lifting each other up. We're constantly building each other up. If there's something that I need to work on, he has no problem saying, hey, this is what you need to work on. I have no problem saying, hey, this is what you need to work on. We have no problem coming together and putting our heads together and be like, dang, this is what we need to build on. This is what we need to plan for. This is what we need to start putting into action, so that way a couple of years from now, or a couple whatever, this can pop off. Like, we have no problem doing that with each other. And I feel like a lot of women, especially Black women, because I can only speak for us, because I'm no other race, we have this mindset that we have to be taken care of. And it's like, yes, we do need to be taken care of, but we also need to take care of our partners. Because if they're not operating at their best self, how can we, how can a relationship operate? Like, if we're not operating at our best self and they not operating at their best self, how do y'all expect to have a successful relationship? Like, there's just no way getting around it. And plus, like, I feel like if one person is taking care of everything, it's going to come, like, the amount of respect they have for you is just going to die. Like, my father always told me, he made sure, he was like, you have to have your own, because he said, a man won't respect me if I don't. He was like, yeah, you something to look at, you something, to touch on, to feel on, to do whatever on. But at the end of the day, that's all you are to him if you ain't got nothing else you're delivering to the table. So a lot of the times I feel like women, we be like, okay, well, this is what I bring to the table, or no, this is what he has to bring to the table, and you don't, you have that idea or that mentality, like,
or I am the table.
Yeah, you have that idea or mentality that we are the table, when it's like, no, sis, because if your table is empty, then when he comes to sit at an empty table, what do you expect him to do? How are you giving into the pot that's, how are you pouring into the person that's pouring into you? So I feel like this whole, he has to take care of me, pay my bills, do everything, yada 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 mentality is why a lot of women are still single, why a lot of women are still in difficult relationships, why a lot of women aren't finding that partner that they truly want, because they're not even committed into pouring into themselves to make themselves something worthy to be had. Like, that's just it. That's just being really real with it. And y'all, a lot of women can sit there and say whatever they want to say in these comments, but at the end of the day, if you be real with yourself, yeah, okay, if you the table, what's on your table?
Yeah, exactly.
He can't eat off your table. He bringing the food to your table, your empty table. So if he bringing the food to your empty table and you eating off of the food he brings to the table, then what's left for him? If he can constantly be pouring into you, how are you pouring back into your relationship? His sex, my dear, is can be brought anywhere. And that's just the reality of it is. And a lot of women shouldn't feel like personally as a woman, shouldn't feel like your body is everything you have to offer a man anyway. So that's just me and my take on it.
Yeah, I feel you. I agree on all that, but I was gonna say, I want to talk about some of the pros and the cons of 50-50 relationship. We should probably start with. Should we start with the cons first or the pros? Probably start with the cons.
Let's start with the cons.
Let's start with the cons. Let's see. What's the cons of a 50-50 relationship? That you can't. I mean, you still gotta put yourself first in certain situations. But to me, a con is it take a lot of energy. As a man, you're gonna deal with a lot of emotional shit, and that's with any relationship. But if you're in a serious one, that's one of the cons. Especially if y'all 50-50 relationship. Now you gotta take what she say into consideration, whether you listen or not. You still gonna have to. I mean, you gotta pay attention to it, or you should be paying attention to it more if you're that serious about a relationship. That's one of the cons because it's kind of draining, and a lot of females put a lot of negative energy on niggas. And I'm pretty sure they ain't doing it on purpose, but that's a lot of stuff you gotta deal with the emotional shit. That's one of the cons I would say for a 50-50 relationship. Also, another con is if y'all money together, stuff that you spending money on or your spending habits can go into that other person. For example, y'all money together. If you spending both of y'all money on something that she didn't want or he didn't want, that could be some problems right there. You just bought something stupid. I bought me some rims for $10,000 or something, and that was both our money. Then that would be a problem for you, of course. Like, what the fuck? So that could be a problem. You gotta, make certain financial decisions now based on you and your partner. I'm trying to think. What's another con that I think would be for a 50-50 relationship? The only ones I can think of for now, but I think those are some big ones for guys anyway. For sure.
Any cons for I personally don't think there's a con in 50-50 relationships. I just think there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into 50-50 relationships. I don't necessarily think sacrifice equals cons. I think sacrifice equals evolving into the best version of yourself. But I would have to say is owning up to your own where you fall short. That I don't know if that's a con or a plus really, because a lot of the times it's really hard for us as women. I'm only gonna speak as women because I'm not a black male, so I can't speak for y'all. But as women, it's really hard opening up to like where we go wrong in a lot of the situations, or how we could step up, or when we not stepping up, or we choosing not to step up, and we come to that reality of like, okay, we have to step up. And I feel like a little bit of a 50 relationship requires you to I don't think these is cons that me and him is really saying. I really just think these are sacrifices. I don't think that's a con because cons are negatives. I don't think it's a negative that we gotta think a certain way. I just think these are points for improvement. So let me say these are points for improvement with 50-50 relationships, because I can't really think of like a legit con, like why a person shouldn't have a 50-50 relationship. Like I can't think of a legit con.
I can. If you ain't got no goddamn money, you shouldn't be in no relationship. You ain't got no damn money.
Okay,
And
that
if you ain't
part.
serious about it,
That's
if
that
you
part.
want
I
to
guess
be a
that's the
player
con.
type shit, just
If
be
you
a
ain't
player.
got no
Then
money, you
don't have
shouldn't
it.
be up in a
And if
relationship,
your mindset is I
honey.
want to be a player, go just be a player. Then you need to do that because then you going if you want to be a player and you're in a relationship, then that's gonna be stupid.
And I think a con of a 50-50
Yeah, that makes
relationship
sense.
is if you're a selfish person, then you shouldn't be in a 50-50 relationship. Like, I think that would be a con, is selfishness. Like, if you know you're a selfish person, you shouldn't be seeking out a partner that you is your ideal partner, because 9 times out of 10, that's just not going to work out. Like, and what I mean by that is like being selfish in a 50-50 relationship don't work. Like, you get me? Like, you can't be sitting here being wanting to be the princess and then being a princess that can't offer nothing to this prince. Like, sorry. Like, I don't know. Like, selfishness is, I feel like, a con.
I got another one. If they got a bunch of debt, then now that's pretty much y'all debt. Or if y'all married, for sure that y'all debt. So
Well,
let's
just keep it as far as, like,
I'm just saying, if you think
couples.
about 50-50 relationship, that means your problems and my problems and the good stuff and the bad. That would be a con. Yeah. So you got a bunch of debt because now it's that person's debt too.
Right. So I guess, yeah.
But the pros, for me, I would say one of the pros is that now you got somebody to help you, whether you needed it or not. If y'all putting y'all money together and y'all just doubled y'all income, if y'all doing it the correct way, that could be a pro. If you depends on how you work your relationship, that's double the money. It could be double the knowledge if you got the right type of person. Another pro to a 50-50 relationship is I don't know. I know it's more, but I'm saying those are the main ones I'm thinking of.
A pro of a 50-50 relationship, it comes with the growth you get out of it. Because when you're in a 50-50 relationship, you truly have to put aside, like, your egos, and you truly have to present your best version of yourself in order for your relationship to work. So I feel like that's a pro, like, the growth wise. I feel like another pro is that you guys, I don't know, I feel like you just become the best version of yourself when you're in a 50-50 relationship. Because it's not like a give or take relationship. It's just it's a building type of relationship. So I feel like there's a lot of pros to being in it, really. It's just depending on the kind of person you are and what you're willing to evolve on, what you're willing to let go of, like old habits and mindsets that don't serve you. Because obviously, if you want a happy relationship, but your mindset is he got to take care of me and only me, and you keep sitting here and being like, well, I'm still single and you depressed and lonely, that means something ain't working, sis. And most likely it's your mindset. And it has nothing to do with, like, you not being a worthy enough person. I feel like everybody is worthy in their own right. But when you become two persons in one relationship, then that means both of y'all got to come to an understanding with each other. And if you just so happen to find a man who be like, hey, I want to take care of you, you ain't got to do nothing, that's great for you. But that's hard. That's like an unlikely situation. There's more men who want a woman to bring something to the table as well than there is who don't. Because then at that point, And
I don't believe in all that. That's that simp shit right there, nigga. Coming with the Prince Charming type shit. Like, no, I don't know. I don't think that's some simp shit. But, to each his own. You do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend no guy do that shit. Because it's almost a lose-lose situation for you. She gonna win. Of course, females are gonna like it.
That's a come up for us.
Because they like, well, cool. I'm about to get
nothing. Yeah. I can still work and keep my money to the side. I'm chilling.
But that ain't gonna win for you. If you a guy want to do that, go ahead. I don't knock nobody. But if you want to keep your damn money and your dignity, I wouldn't do that shit.
Nah, I don't think that's
really not.
I wouldn't put you and vice versa for a lot of women who's in relationships with men who you're pulling the weight instead of he is. I think also it goes to show, like, you shouldn't be pouring. Love is good when it's right, y'all. You can love somebody, but if that person ain't, like I said, if you're constantly pouring into a person and they not pouring back into you, then you need to exit the relationship. You need to level up yourself in a way that what you start to attract, the people you start to surround yourself with and attract, is on a whole different level. Like, I feel like that's a lot of the reasons why a lot of people are so unhappy in their relationships, is because either they settle in one way or another. Either the woman is settling for taking care of a man, or the woman is refused to settle for stepping up to the plate and helping her husband. Vice versa. A lot of the time, men I'm about to put y'all on some real game. Men settle all the fucking time, but y'all don't even know y'all settle. That's the crazy part. I don't even think y'all care. Y'all settle.
How are men settle?
Y'all settle because y'all. It's crazy. Women have all these we have a whole requirement. Every woman has her own requirements for the type of man that she will be able to allow to be even around. But y'all really don't have those requirements, except we gotta look good. And I think that's where a lot of relationships go wrong too, because y'all don't hold yourself at a certain standard, and women do. So,
yeah, well, most of guys, yeah.
Like
I didn't either. I didn't used to.
if y'all started coming with the requirements that women could have for women,
yeah, I tell niggas, y'all need to start doing that shit, bro. She gotta be in shape, because most women, they say, is like 170, which is out of fucking shape. Because most women are fucking short as hell, so they BMI is high.
Look.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So niggas need to have, they got standards.
Right.
That's true. And I always used to think that was a bad thing, but that's actually not. Like, I can't knock them for wanting tall niggas, this and that. But we gotta do the same thing. We want, I want a fucking slim, thick female. She gotta be short, or if you want whatever, like, you gotta have your standards too. Don't just go with the pretty face. Y'all better do the same thing. She better have a type of career, job. She better have a car. She better have a house, a good credit. All the shit they looking for, you could do the same shit. You could get a
good credit.
They want tall, rich niggas. Hey, you can say you want some rich females. Fuck it. You can be on that same type of wave.
Because guess what, y'all? If y'all on the same level or near the same level, y'all don't even have to be on the same level. But as long as y'all near the same level, or y'all both plateauing, going up, I feel like there's less complications in your relationship. When you have to constantly pull somebody up, that's when the trouble happens. When y'all not working together to go up, that's when the trouble happens. So if he got a whole career, he got everything in his life right, and that's your ideal man, but you ain't got nothing to offer, sis, then why do you expect him? Why do you even have the requirement of him to take care of you like you're his child? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make sense to me. Now, it's something different if, like, you can't work, or something happened to where you can't provide, or y'all can't you can't pour into him financially, but maybe you can pour into him health wise. You can pour into him, like, okay, let's get on our health journey together. Let's get on our mental, spiritual journey together. Like, there's different ways you guys can pour into each other. But like I said, it's just having requirements. I think that's what it is. Like, when me and Lorenzo met, our mindsets were already kind of similar. We're already at the stage where we was like, okay, we want, if we was to get serious, we want somebody. We want somebody who's on the same page, ready to level up and really just like move, because we got big plans for ourselves. We have big plans as couples, but we also got big plans for ourselves. Like, so I just think it helps when you have somebody that's on the same wave as you. It just makes the relationship more fluid, more, like, I guess, cohesive, more together.
Yeah, because I had my plans before I met you, and I'm pretty sure you had yours before you met me. So then we end up making new ones as we together too. So yeah.
So I think that's our take on the 50-50 relationships. We already about to hit 30 minutes, so that means
30 goddamn minutes.
Goddamn. Got to be low.
Right.
But let us know in the comments what y'all think about 50-50 relationships. Y'all take on 50-50 relationships. And if this is something y'all want to further discuss, again, this video is going to be on Renzo's YouTube.
You could have put it on whatever. You can put it on both of ours. I don't think it matters.
It's gonna be on his YouTube.
Whatever. I could have just put it on.
So yeah. Again, my name is Alexis. I am on IG as Lexis Faye, and my YouTube is The Faye Fowl.
All right, I'm turning this shit off.